I can't believe it. Anthropomorph. Anyways, let's get this underway. This interactive drama uses similar controls to other games of this genre. Do you still want to enable the tutorial? I hope the load isn't too bad. Took forever to start the game.
Sometimes when I walk into my office, I get the feeling that I'm walking among the ruins of a lost civilization. Not because of the reigning disorder, but because it feels like the remains of the civilized person I used to be.
Where is the damn detective? I'm gonna rip his head off. I swear I'll tear his eyes out. Hey! Hand over the pictures, you bastard. Now! Otherwise, you're gonna be dead meat. Hear me, cat?
What kind of pictures are you looking for exactly?
You know which ones. Me and a lady. 2 days ago.
Ah, curious, are you? Plenty of things you could learn through.
I'm gonna kill you! Give me the goddamn pictures!
It wasn't the first time I regretted hitting a guy like him. But at least I bought enough time to aim at his soft spots.
Oh man, you broke my jaw!
Well, now it matches your marriage.
If you show my wife those pictures, I'm dead meat. You'll ruin my life, please.
Sure, the gun didn't work, so why not shed some tears?
I wasn't gonna use it, man. I've never shot a fly. And I'm no two-timer either. It only happened once, for God's sake. I'm just her bodyguard, that's all. She seduced me. I love my wife, honest to God. I even quit the damn job for her. You can't break up a family for one tiny mistake.
Look, you protect that girl, and I spy on people like you. We all have to be professional, no matter how sick it makes us at times.
Okay, how about this? You give me those pictures, and tell her a white lie, and I pay you 10 times what she's offering. You save my family, and you make a pretty penny. What do you say? Deal?
For as long as I could remember, I had collected nothing more than bad gigs, debt, and sorrow. My self-respect and bank account were racing to see who'd hit rock bottom first. You're only making things worse. You better leave before I lose it.
Look, partner, I've been asking about you. You're a good detective, but I know you've seen better days. You've had nothing but crappy cases lately, like this one. I'm offering you a way out. Money can go a long way, you know. You could try running some ads. Maybe you'll find better clients and well-paid gigs. You know, start all over? Come on, think about it. You can save my family and save yourself.
Said no deal, man.
I warned you. Okay, now I'm officially about to lose my cool. 3,
You son of a...
2,
Wait, man, don't shoot!
1.
You are gonna regret messing with Eugene Colbert. I swear to God you will.
My uninvited guest had left me several gifts. First of all, a swollen hand. That guy's skin
Detective
was hard as
adventure
a
game.
rock. Second of
Yeah,
all,
yeah.
an
How's
empty
your day going?
wallet. Business as usual. Third, the feeling that my moral compass was far too calibrated for my own good. Last but not least, the certainty that more gifts were yet to come.
He's a nice guy. You see what I said about my pal Blacksad? Doesn't even know you, and he's already offering you a seat.
Yes, Jake's right, of course. That's me to it.
Turn subtitles on. Where? Don't tell me this game does not have subtitles. Oh, there we go.
T, please, have a seat.
Shut up and listen, buddy. All right? I brought you a client.
Smoking cat. Is that a cat?
And that's why we need to find him soon, or we will have a very serious problem.
Thanks for the information and the picture. They'll really come in handy. Let me see if I have this straight.
Use navigate. Press A to select hotspot you want to interact. Okay.
Bobby Yale, a boxer at Dunn's gym, has a crucial fight against the reigning champion in 2 weeks. But he disappeared 2 days ago.
Yes.
Your father, Joe Dunn, boxing manager and gym owner, hanged himself 2 days ago.
Yes.
In short, if Bobby Yale is a no-show for his fight, you'll have to pay a fine. But since you don't have the cash on hand, your father's gym would have to close.
Yes.
So you want me to find Bobby Yale?
Yes. No. Jake wants you to find Bobby.
Oh, I see. Well, first of all, your father took his life the same day his pupil disappeared. Sorry, but something just doesn't add up.
Damn it, John. Will you take the case or not?
I will, but we're talking about Madison Square Garden. The stakes are high, which can only mean things will get ugly behind the scenes, not to mention pricey.
Yes, Mr. Blacksad. If you find Yale and he fights, I'll be able to pay you whatever you ask for.
I'm loving this world. This is pretty cool environment. Champions. Helen Moore's secret.
I know you already went to Yale's apartment and found nothing, but I'll search it myself at some point.
Joe Dunn's box of
That
gems.
cleaning lady, Mary, Purnell, the one who found Joe Dunn's body. She works part-time at Sam's Diner, just down the road on the left, right?
That's right.
I think I might pay her a visit as well. And the gym, of course, and see what I can find. Okay, I think I've got enough to start with for now. Looks like Dunn liked to measure his daughter and Bobby Yale each year. Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 17.
What happened?
I remember that fight, back when Jake was coming up the ranks. I better leave these two alone.
All right, let's look around.
Is that done? Wow.
Joe Dunn was a musician. I'm not supposed to be most animals chocolate. That's dangerous. So I'm a panther, right? Pretty sure. Maybe a black cat. That's gotta be a panther. Alright, nothing really up here.
Someone should weld the iron bar on those panels.
No, didn't mean to do that.
A good place to spy on Sonia.
Okay. It's good to know for later, probably. Any good detective spies on their client. Winning isn't everything, but wanting to win is. It's a good saying. It's a good saying. Always have the drive to win. August Merrick's hockey. Sticker book. Collectibles, of course. Can't have a video game.
I once shredded a bag like that, just out of pure rage.
Were you mad, kitty? Select that. There we go. Oh, there's another one up there.
On the surface, it seems dry, but there's no dust, and it's damp underneath. It could have fallen the day Dunn died.
If you want to box, train. If you want to win, train harder. Pardon is the key to success. No dung, no glory. The harder you bang, the muckier you get.
Locked. But a true detective never leaves home without his... Huh? Sometimes even the most experienced detective has to go home to get his lockpicks. The racist brain is so full of hatred that there's no space for trifles such as common sense or, say, spelling. But this most cultured writer spotted the error and attempted to correct it, not sure what to make of the outcome.
Success is dependent on effort. Detective game, but with animals. I guess that's what this is. Yeah, perhaps. I mean, aren't we all furries, though? The harder you train, the luckier you get. I mean, you see a sexy cartoon cat. I mean, I think it makes you a furry if you find. I mean, just think about who framed Roger Rabbit. They didn't put a sexy. Was it a? I forget what animal it was, but obviously they did it because people would find it attractive.
What leads a man to do something like this? Life's already dealt me a fair share of blows, but...
Yeah, Rabbit. Jessica Rabbit. Yeah, it was a rabbit. Why else would they make a sexy rabbit unless they thought people would enjoy it? Meaning everyone's so furry.
I don't know why. Something just
maybe she
doesn't
wasn't.
add up.
Maybe that was a bad example. Yeah, I guess she wasn't a rabbit, was she? She was supposed to be a real person. But I have another example somewhere. I just don't remember what it was. What did I just collect? Sorry, the talk about furries got me distracted. Oh, is that another card? Yeah. Rex Smith. Okay, I think I've done everything here. I need to go get my lockpick. Oh, stuff outside. How's your day going, Arya? Closed due to sudden and unexpected death of Joseph Hardtime. Nice. Pretty good. Haven't really done anything all day. I'm pretty lazy. So, good luck on the phone interview. So what's the hunt like? Is that another survival game? I think I glanced at it once. Oh, zombies and voodoo. Sounds very interesting. What the hell is that? Discourse on inequality. Can I fix this? It's going in, like, it's blurring for no reason. Dynamic resolution, texture quality, shadow quality, ambient occlusion. I think that's what I want off. Yeah, much better. And why they put in all these games?
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning to you.
John Blacksad, Private Eye. Would you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Not at all. Proceed, Your Honor.
Were you here on Sunday afternoon?
Yes, indeed, kind prince. I came down to watch TV after having run the New York City Marathon in record time.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, there is indeed. Move. You're blocking my view of this wonderful sunset. It just so happens that you can, apple of my eye, do this old man a favor and bring him some sustenance.
All right.
The voice acting in this game is a little jarring. Not sure what it is. Oh, another collectible. Yeah, it looks amazing. And I was reading people didn't like the controls, but I think they're fine. Oops.
Mary Purnell, the person who found Dunn's body, works a block away from the gym. I'm certain she can give me the kind of information that
Hey! Watch where you're going, you jerk!
What
You
was
looking
that,
for
bulldog?
trouble, moron?
Sorry. Really, I'm sorry.
You better be, you wuss!
And there you go. We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Come back soon. Welcome to Sam's Diner. What can I get for you?
Blacksad, Private Eye. I work for Sonia Dunn. I need to ask you some questions about Joe Dunn.
Sure, but I'm working right now. Maybe later?
I only see one customer sitting at the counter, and he's asking for your cooperation.
All right.
Can I have a hamburger, please?
Oh, sure. Regular or cheese?
Oh,
I think I'll
cheese.
get the cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm. You want fries? A drink?
No, that's it.
Okay. Is that for here or to go then?
To go, please.
One cheeseburger to go, Sam.
Okay.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Oh, I have different senses.
They look puffy and tired. Sleepless nights? Hectic days? Or has she been crying? Perhaps all of the above.
I like this. This is really cool. Necklace or something?
Smells like cinnamon. No, cinnamon and burgers.
This is what all cats are doing, judging everyone with all their senses.
Smells tasty. My pal is going to lick his chops. Her handwriting is nice and neat.
Mary has nice handwriting. Good to know.
Your burger is ready.
Wouldn't that have been a good time to be asking her questions instead of playing darts? And now you're leaving? Oh.
All right, I'll let you enjoy your meal.
4 people used the back door that very same night.
What?
Well, I might be blind as a bat, but as you can certainly see, I have 2 wonderfully functional ears.
4 people used the back door 2 days ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Who was the first person to use the back door?
Someone big unlocked the door, stepped inside, then came right back out.
Who was the second person to use the back door?
A man, just a few minutes after the first person. He came back out muttering, "Ungrateful bastard." Then he threw something in the trash and walked back in. Oh, no, wait. Before that, he gave me a
I
coin.
love LA New
A coin?
Noir.
I mean, do I look like I need spare change? Huh? I mean, I'm staying at the million-star hotel, for God's sake.
I actually played it again with the remaster.
Who was the third person to use the back door?
Judging by the quiet footsteps, I'd say it was someone small. I'd say it was about 30 minutes after the second person came out. Whoever it was threw something in the trash and stood in front of me for a moment. Then I heard a click, finally, I heard trailing laughter in that direction.
Who was the fourth person to use the back door?
Someone big. I recall heavy breathing. The person left in a hurry, running in that direction.
Yeah, the remaster proves a lot of things about it too. Yeah, if I like that type of game.
There's a chest expander in your cart.
A what expander?
A thingamajig with 3 springs.
Oh, the thingamajig with springs. Oh, I got it from the trash back there.
Oh. I spy with my eye. Nothing. And I. Yeah, I would really hope they make a new one someday. I'm not sure. That game didn't make a ton of money. It did well, but I mean, at least they did do a remaster. Oh, right click.
I wonder what it's like to be blind. Would I cope?
Played a game yesterday where I simulate.
Looks like someone used it as a punching ball. Blind and legless. How does he get by? Blind and legless. How does he get by?
The hat.
Could he have been a train conductor?
Everything right.
Looks like someone used it as a punching ball.
Oh yeah, all right.
Where did you get that paint can?
In the trash can in the back. A paint can and a thingamajig with springs. What a night!
You were acting a bit strange before, but now you seem fine. Why is that?
Hey, you got great vision, sense of smell, and hearing. Why is that?
Well, I'm a cat.
Well, I'm a goat.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Okay, let's let me go in there. Probably look at my lockpick. You get yourself a secretary.
I hope that wasn't a client. Although probability would suggest a cold call. Or, even worse, the War Veterans Therapy Group. I was pretty sure I left the lockpicks on the table. What if the only thing that keeps you going is the very thing that won't let you move on? It's too soon to say goodbye. She wouldn't hear me anyway.
Natalia.
What did you do to earn the admiration of a millinery culture, distant cousin? You can't really call yourself a detective if you're a teetotaler, but that's not what that bottle is for. The truth? I used tequila to clean my lockpicks. In fact, I just finished cleaning them when that rhino walked in. Maybe we knocked them down during the fight. Good old Weekly did a fine job with these pictures. Maybe I should give him a call, although I hope he never finds out I turned down a hefty bribe to keep quiet.
Yeah, Observer is pretty good. Kind of want to try the
Rhino would ever have the nerve to use it.
Redux version. Have you played that one at all? They're supposed to improve it.
Sometimes I also use it to type out reports that nobody reads and invoices that nobody pays.
It's pretty cool. Like it starts off, I think, a lot, and then it's not as good as you go on, but overall,
good.
I enjoyed the game quite a
Tasted
bit.
even better the day Smirnoff brought it, in exchange for a favor. A favor no cop should ever be paid for. Police Commissioner Smirnoff smoked that cigarette. Judging by the way he put it out, he was pretty nervous.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game, and like I said, they did do a like a remaster kind of. Yeah, that's it. More. You want to have flashback. Let's be under the couch.
Most detectives feel safe with a gun in their pocket. Me, I prefer lockpicks. At least I know these little fellows won't backfire.
Where the hell did you go, John? I thought you were on the case.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. Next stop, Bobby Yale's place.
All right. Just try to be a bit more communicative. You made a crappy impression, and now Sonia has second thoughts about you.
Jeez. Didn't know I had to check in with you, Mom. Rhino Mom.
It's too soon to say goodbye.
I guess it was I guess this was a book or something too.
Bookkeeping is not my strong suit. I'm good with expenses. It's the income I don't get.
Oh, that's my. Oh, that's. Here's my journal. If I can. Useful later on. Oh no, I don't want to use door. Stay. Window. There we go. Look at the city.
I never understood why I had to be born in New York, but the real issue is why I'm still here.
Oops.
Looking back, I wish I'd never found my lockpicks. Maybe I wouldn't have gone back to the gym. All hell was about to break loose.
Did I miss a whole bunch of things?
Bobby Yale's place was on the way, so I decided to drop by, lockpicks in hand. The gym could wait.
I hope I didn't miss all that dialogue with the waitress.
Sonia and Jake had already searched the place, to no avail. But a good detective would have better luck. I know it might not seem like it, but... When someone hits you like that, you know you're onto something. It's only fair to show some gratitude and...
Well. Long time no see. I'll change your mind about what to tell my wife now that my partner is asleep.
Damn cat. Well done, Colbert. Now. How about this? For every wrong answer, I'm gonna give it to you with this club. Deal?
Didn't we just witness your lack of aim?
Wrong answer. Second question. What the hell are you doing here?
It should start to swell any moment now.
Oh.
A shamrock? Is he Irish?
Now, where were we? What the hell are you doing here?
Weren't you gonna hit me? I'm still waiting for the blows.
Happy? Seriously. What the hell are you doing here?
Are you of Irish descent?
I've got an Irish boss, just like my friend Colbert here. I'm sure the name O'Leary rings a bell, right?
Desmond O'Leary. If you live in New York City, you've certainly heard of the richest bookie in town. After everything that's happened, I was beginning to feel like this case was finally moving forward.
Wrong answer!
But I was wrong.
One more time. What the hell are you doing here?
I know your friend Colbert and his wife.
Now he wants to insult you. All right then. He's all yours. All right. Now it's your turn. I'll call the boss.
This'll help you change your mind.
Desmond, we caught some damn detective snooping around Bobby Yale's place. Yeah, hired by Dunn's daughter. Safe and sound? What do you mean exactly? Oh, sure. Will do. Colbert, stop hitting him, you beast.
What a shame. We were just getting to know each other.
I think they're skipping through a lot of story here. Like, I didn't even get to search the place. This fella.
Thanks, pal.
So, what else can you tell me about Dunn's death?
Well, not much. My memory's not what it used to be.
What was Joe Dunn like?
He was a decent man. Have you seen all those slogans on the wall? Those motivational phrases? Joe really believed in them. All of them.
He played the saxophone, right?
Yeah, pretty well for a white boy. But he quit when his wife died. Makes no sense, right? I mean, nothing draws chicks like the brass. Why quit when you're finally free? Ha 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 ha.
God, the dialogue is just, that voice acting is just so bad.
I found an empty wine bottle on the rooftop. Did Joe Dunn drink?
Only for a while, back when his wife died. But eventually he quit. After that, he'd only drink on special occasions.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
She's hot, ain't she?
You two seem to get along nicely.
Well, I've known her since she was a baby. But she sure has grown,
Sorry, have fun.
If you get my drift. I hadn't seen her since she left for college about 4 years ago.
It seems like her father's death didn't really upset her.
Well, she likes to play it cool, which makes her really hot.
Dunn wasn't black, but he allowed you and Bobby Yale to train here.
Yeah, this was the first integrated gym in the city, I think.
But not everyone liked that, hmm?
You've seen the graffitis, right? If I get my hands on that bastard...
Do you have any idea where Bobby Yale could be?
Not a clue.
You said Yale joined a gang back in the day? Know which one?
Did you?
Hell, I don't know, John. This is New York City. There are more gangs than people.
Yeah.
Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Yeah, and his wife, Bobby's mom, died shortly after. Dunn is the closest thing the family the poor kids had ever since.
I dropped by Bobby Yale's apartment. I think he might be involved with O'Leary, the bookmaker.
You sure? Yale had some dark years, no doubt, but Dunn turned him into a decent guy. I'm no detective, but I wouldn't follow that lead.
If Yale's gonna fight the reigning champion, he's got a big career ahead of him.
He hasn't lost a single fight since he turned pro. The little bastard beat the socks off me a few years back.
I better let you get back to your drills.
All right.
Let's see what's in the locker. Oh, the chest expander. Very own portable gem. Up to 5 high resistance springs to boost your upper body. Okay. Springs to grow stronger. Poems. This guy poem guy? Likes books. Weirdo. Ah. Introduction. Go talk to the waitress. No, what's this? Sonia died.
Thank you, Mr. Blacksad.
Does the postman always leave your mail on the floor?
I don't know, I...
What's wrong?
It's my mother's wedding ring.
Who had it?
I don't know. My father wore it on his pinky finger after she died.
Not always, apparently.
Will you find out why?
I'll try. But there's something else I'm worried about. This might have something to do with your father's death and Bobby Yale's disappearance.
Oh my, yes. It could be.
Big, bright eyes. Looks well rested. Either she didn't mourn her father, or she really knows how to work that makeup.
Old as ice. It's with the weird blurring.
What the?
What's wrong?
Someone's taking pictures from the rooftop.
Are you sure?
I'll go take a look.
Now, who's that rope for, Miss Dunn?
Weekly. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, look! Isn't that Cassidy?
Don't change the subject, you sad little...
Why don't we settle this over ice cream, huh, John? Just like in the good old days.
How did you get up here? I don't want anyone to see you. Everyone, even the most hapless of creatures, has a gift. Something that makes them special, that makes them worth knowing. Foul-smelling Weekly is no exception. No matter what he does, it's impossible to stay mad at him for too long.
This bourbon shake is delicious. Want a taste?
You know I don't like milk.
Your loss. So, Joe Dunn hangs himself and leaves his gym to his daughter, which makes her the first woman to run a boxing gym, I think.
The real question is, why did he commit suicide?
Well, it's pretty obvious.
Is that so? Care to shed some light on this, Sherlock?
Oh, there's no need to look for reasons. People hang themselves every day out of sadness. And stuff like that. End of story.
Everyone knows the gym had some serious money issues. Maybe he just got tired of fighting. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's just a hunch. I wouldn't bet my life on it. I've got other suspects, like O'Leary, bookmaker.
Desmond O'Leary? The same O'Leary who used to date Helen Moore? America's sweetheart? Now that's a woman.
And then there's the Walrus. Who was that guy?
Come on. You've never heard of Frank Cassidy? The president of the Boxing Managers Association?
Who's also Stone's agent, Bobby Yale's rival.
He might know why Dunn killed himself, right?
I decided to ask Weekly to investigate Cassidy. My reasons? Weekly had already proven to be nosy. The further I kept him from the gym, the better. Plus, any information found on Cassidy could be useful. You never know. But with Weekly, you just never know what the best approach might be. Should I give him an order or a subtle suggestion? Yeah, you might be right about Cassidy. But, it won't be easy to make him talk. He seems like a pretty tough cookie. Only a thorough and efficient detective could pull it off. But the problem is, I already got enough on my plate.
You're a lucky man, John Blacksad.
I don't follow.
You just found the thorough detective you need.
Oh, of course. What a great idea. How did I
Lucy's
not think
voice
of you?
acting's pretty good.
Hey, don't sweat it. But you'll have to do me a favor. Tell Sonia Dunn that a legendary journalist from What's News wants an interview.
Weekly, please.
Well, if not, bye-bye, Cassidy.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Great. That's settled then.
By the way, I never told you what happened to Colbert, did I?
No. What happened?
Well, I might have to hold off on that information until you tell me something about Cassidy. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. miss
So,
it so much.
was there really someone on the roof?
No one. I must be seeing things.
A hallucinating detective. This must be my lucky day.
Miss Dunn, can I run a couple of questions by you?
If they'll help you find Yale, go ahead.
Here.
Nice and steady heartbeat. I saw you arguing with a guy named Cassidy. What did he want?
Remember the fight that needs to take place in order to save this gym?
Well, Cassidy manages Yale's rival, Stone, the reigning champion.
If Bobby doesn't show up, he'll lose money. Maybe not a lot, but enough to care.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Dunn kept files on the gym's staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth. Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Some of the voice acting seems to be getting better. I recognize that voice from maybe it was Siberia. Definitely been in something.
I'd like to take a look inside that safe now. Could you give me the combination?
I'd love to help you, but my mother's birthday used to be the combination, but I already tried it.
A happy family? Dunn's room had quite a view. Could you tell me your birthday?
Of course, March 6th.
And the year?
I'm 24, Mr. Blacksad. You do the math.
Or you can tell me
No
the year.
luck.
Alright, I'll be right back. So it's my deduction thing. So that plus through a chest.
Well, I know this much. The chest expander in the trash belongs to Yale.
Okay. This reminds me of another game. I don't remember what it is. No. Oh. Footprints. Instant. Gem. Through paint. Trash. Oops. Try that. Maybe I don't have the stuff yet. I'll come back to that. What's in here? Let's go talk to the waitress.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
I barely know her, but she looks like a smart girl, poor thing.
Let's talk a bit more about Joe Dunn. What kind of boss was Joe Dunn?
A good one. Always paid on time, never raised his voice. If I asked for the day off, he even cleaned the gym.
How was Joe Dunn outside the gym?
I wouldn't know. I only saw him at the gym or right there. That was his spot. I think everyone liked him.
Can you tell me how you found Dunn's body?
Well, I thought I was alone. I clean early in the morning before Mr. Dunn comes in.
Oh, so you have keys to the gym.
Yes, of course. There was paint on the floor, so I thought it'd be a busy morning. And then I saw him, hanging there, like a baby mobile over a crib. Then I think I panicked. When I calmed down, I called the police and waited outside. Sorry, that's all I can say.
Don't worry. But if you remember anything else, let me know. Thanks, but I still don't get why he'd commit suicide. His wife died years ago. Maybe he never got over it.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he did. That was a long time ago.
Maybe he simply had money issues.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be. The gym didn't really get that dirty lately.
I heard his relationship with his daughter wasn't ideal.
Oh, really? Poor man. I don't have kids, but that has to be really hard.
Any ideas where Bobby Yale could be?
How am I supposed to know? He's rarely there when I clean the gym. Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Does she? Does she not know him?
Can I ask you about your job?
Which one?
How long have you worked at the gym?
It's been, 4 or 5 years? Although, I don't think I'll be able to set foot in there again.
This must be really hard for you. I'm sorry. Tell me about your work here in the diner.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. My boss.
Oh, glad to hear that. Other than the diner and the gym, you don't work anywhere else, right?
I wouldn't have the time, although I'm not sure I want to continue working at the gym.
It might be best to stay away from the gym, at least for a while, for your own well-being. In due time, things might change.
Joey used to say the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. Thanks.
Huh, Joe. Interesting that you just called him Joe.
What do you think about Jake Ostiambi?
Who? Who's that?
A big gorilla. Boxer, too. A friend of Joe Dunn's.
Oh, yeah. I barely know him. I don't like how he looks at me.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I'm afraid not. It's too painful.
I know. But we need to find Bobby Yale. Anything, any minor detail, could really make a difference.
I'll try.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I think that's it for now. See you around.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
Were Mary Purnell and Joe Dunn an item?
Okay. Know how I completely got the conclusion. Fruit paint can in the trash. There's racial slur on the locker. Oh, that's really not it. And the gym floor. Someone threw a paint can in the trash. Who do they belong to? Fishy, but it's that one. Threw it. Yeah, still haven't figured that one out. Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
Hi, Mr. Blacksad.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
Alright, what's the next step? Alright, let's...
Sorry. I think that's it for now. See
You
you
go
around.
back.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
Apartment, maybe some phone call. I knew there would be a card over here. No!
Hi, Mr. Blacksad.
I have to say, okay, that
Okay,
is part of the game.
I think
It's
that's
kind of
it.
annoying.
If I need anything else, I'll let you know.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
Alright. That way.
Joe Dunn or Joey Dunn?
Huh? Nobody called him Joey. Well, maybe his wife. Although, she didn't call him anything after she died.
Good joke. Good joke. Nice tuck. So where this can't leave back. See a card. I get it. I get it. This is a collecting game at this point.
Smirnoff.
Joe Dunn, the boxing coach. You hear anything about his death?
Blacksad, is that you?
You got me. How's everything, Chief?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Too much work as usual. As for Joe Dunn, he hanged himself. End of story. I'm too busy, John. I can't afford to put a single man on the case. Why are you asking?
Joe Dunn's daughter hired me.
But I still don't get it. Any signs of foul play?
His pupil, Bobby Yale. No one's seen him since Dunn hanged himself.
Well, his coach killed himself a few weeks before his big fight. Must be drowning his bad luck in booze in some gutter somewhere.
So, are you gonna help me?
I wish I could, John. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't have anything useful to share. And it seems like you don't either. But if you do find something, give me a call.
We've been friends for a long time.
And you think this is what two friends talk about on the phone? Good to hear from you, John. Take care.
Hello?
Blacksad here.
Please don't tell me my husband.
Yes, Mrs. Colbert. I'm afraid you were right to hire me.
Oh, that filthy good for nothing. I'm gonna rip his horn out.
That one's probably gonna hurt later. Glad I did it after he beat the shit out of me. Okay, let's talk to Don. Maybe she knew about the new girl in his life. Then we'll head to the apartment.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Damn.
Maybe
Dunn kept files on the gym's staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth.
Okay, so I can use that. Production here. So, combination doesn't open it. They've seen each other. We go.
What if Mary's birthday is the combination to the safe?
Oh. Damn it.
No luck. And there it was, Mary's birthday, a week prior to that very day.
What day? Oh, her birthday was Tuesday.
I never would have taken Dunn for a gun owner.
That's will and test. This would be interesting.
You open the safe?
Yeah, and I think you need to see this. Can you tell me what it says?
All right. I think this might be useful for the investigation, Mr. Detective. He left everything to me, except some boxing trophies and knickknacks that'll go to Bobby Yale.
When was it signed?
It was written 4 years ago, just weeks after I moved to Buffalo.
Do you think Bobby Yale read it before he disappeared?
Maybe.
Congratulations. You're one lucky lady.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
All right. Thanks. A few bucks. Just petty cash.
You have any info now?
I never asked about the gym's insurance.
That's exactly what I'm reading now. So far, it looks like your standard small business policy.
Change? No.
You see, I've got this friend. He's a journalist, and the thing is, well, he would like to interview you.
Why?
A woman running a boxing gym? That's quite the story.
And how did this friend of yours find out, exactly?
Well, you know how these things...
I don't even want to hear you. I just hope you prove your professional worth before the day is over.
Did you and your father get along?
Let's just say our relationship got better when I left for Sunny University. An 8-hour drive from here.
Meaning?
I'll lay it out for you, Mr. Blacksad. My father, Joe Dunn, disappeared the day my mother died. He became a shell of himself. Joe Dunn, my legal guardian. A man who gave me food, shelter, clothing, and an education. And that's more than you need to know.
What's in those papers you're going through?
Red tape.
Great. If you find something, please let me know.
I thought you were the detective. You do your job, and I'll do mine.
Sassy, I like it.
What can you tell me about Jake?
I thought you were friends. Guess I was wrong. He and my father were friends, so don't go down that road.
Did you get along with Bobby Yale? Okay. Forget it.
I wouldn't give a damn about him if it weren't for this stupid Jim his stupid fight is supposed to save. Happy?
What do you think about Mary, the cleaning lady?
Can't say. I barely know her. And I'm not one who's quick to judge other people.
I think I know who had your mother's ring.
You do?
Mary Purnell. I think she was in love with your father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Maybe I shouldn't have told her about the ring, but, you know. Whoops. No one said I was a good detective.
Did you know Joe Dunn had a gun in his safe?
No way, man. He hated firearms. Although, when Bobby Yale was a teenager, he went through a crazy phase. Even dropped out of the gym and joined the gang. Nothing serious. Early one morning, he broke in the gym. Joe was already here and caught him red-handed. Bobby pointed the gun at Dunn and ordered him to open the safe. So, Joe opened it and asked Bobby to put the gun aside, leave the gang, and start boxing again. I got here 5 minutes later and found Bobby crying like a baby in Joe's arms. Then he just stood up and put on his gloves.
Oh, wow, that's a deep story. So...
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
I mean, you just did. Right, can I not?
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain. know you're hiding something.
What?
You know what? You're the only woman who ever called Dunn Joey, except his late wife.
My goodness. I can't talk here. My shift is over in 10 minutes. Can you wait a while?
Can I get a refill over here, Mary?
Coming right up.
Mary Purnell, the angel Joe Dunn found in his golden years.
We'd been seeing each other for almost 2 years. It all started with, well, weekdays I start cleaning the gym at dawn, before my shift at the diner. Joey always came in early, just a little after I got there. He used to say it was the best time for the worst task of the day.
Oh, I know exactly what he meant. Say no more. Paperwork.
He really hated it. One morning, he saw me crying. I was having a rough day and...
He tried to make you smile.
He pointed at the coffee machine. You need a cup of joe and some fresh air. That was the first of many cups on the rooftop.
Which is where Dunn seduced you.
That word is a bit too much, Mr. Blacksad. You might be too young to understand this, but real love has little to do with seduction. One day, we realized those rooftop coffees were the best part of our day, so we began to spend more time together.
But you never told anyone. Or perhaps you told someone else?
No one. Joey didn't want Sonia to hear about it from someone else before we were sure of the relationship. He was afraid that our relationship would only make matters worse. Until one day, on the rooftop, we realized just how serious our relationship was, and we decided to turn those moments into a lifetime.
So he asked you to marry him?
Yes, of course. He gave me the wedding ring, and we decided to tell the world. He said he needed to share that happiness with his little girl. Turns out, he wasn't that happy after all.
What about Yale? Wasn't he like a son to him?
Maybe you already noticed, I have a slight cold. I really should be heading home.
Maybe you should cover your neck.
I lost my scarf a while back, not sure where. And now, if you'll excuse me, that's my bus stop. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Blacksad.
It's a scarf, huh? It has bolts. One of the productions. Now I know. This is made by the same people that did the Sherlock Holmes game. That's why I recognize that production string.
Do you remember anything else about the day you found the thingamajig with the springs and the paint can?
Yeah, no. Wait, yeah. Well, no. Now that I think of it, no. Hey, pal, how about thanking a good-looking goat with a cigarette?
I don't think that's a good idea. You've got one nasty cough.
Oh, come on. You know, cigarettes have lots of very healthy properties. Oh, come on. It's just a smoke, lady.
It's just that I don't want to make it...
You don't want what? What? Yeah, you think you're not responsible for my pathetic state? Think you're not to blame? It's the government that shipped me off to war.
They shipped me off too.
Oh, right. So then you know what it's like to kill too. Well, then another sad hobo shouldn't be a problem for you, Professor.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay, I understand. Wait, but that's not what I wanted to say. Oh, well, you know we goats tend to jump from one thing to another. The government paid for everything. Army fatigues, rations, weapons, lodging and hookers, drugs. Do you know where that money comes from? Taxes! Your taxes, my dear friend. You help them cut my legs. They declare war. Every chance they get, so that the weapon industry that finances their campaigns gets richer and richer and richer. And that's how we finance their wars. So, the slightest connection with corruption turns us into accomplices. Unless one manages to keep
skip
an
the audio
arm's
either.
length. That is what
Oh my
I
God.
did, my loyal disciple. At the Million-Star Hotel.
Can I now walk away from this?
So, do like your master, the great.
Hey, what's your name? You never told me... I might just be the last person in New York without a TV. Who needs one anyway? I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up. Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Oh, that's right. They had drinks up there. Let's go check the patio or whatever, the rooftop. The rooftop patio? Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it. Oh, that's a spider.
I don't even want to imagine Weekly falling from up here.
Okay, so useful here. Kinda stumped. What I'm supposed to do now? What's that? That card? No. Oh, there's one. Huh. He won't say anything. Maybe some of the paint over there was wet. Let me look at those last. The harder you train, the luckier you get. Ain't no game. No guts, no glory. I don't know what's in it. All right, well, I'm out of things to do. And I have no deductions, it looks like. Be right back. two of us have a car? No.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Well, I can complain that I can't go anywhere. My book. Yeah, deal's done. I gotta. How that? Do that. You're Blacksad. What this does. Oh. That's pretty cool. Alright, now tell me how the hell.
He opened it during the war? That's odd.
Let's stop. Talk to her, maybe, boss. Waitress's boss.
Damn.
There's someone in. Okay, maybe ask him what the war. Oh, right. Racist animals. People actually.
Bastards. Smells like paint. The proud South. Of course.
Johnny. Footprints. Let's see. Footprints. Paint stain. Wait. Paint stain. Smudge. Paint stain. Footprints. Footprints. Paint stain. Footprints. Smudge. Did this earlier. Oh. So paint spilled. Paint can in the trash. Stain towel. What? Paint can in the trash. Paint stain on the floor. Racial slur. I guess I can just do the racial slur and towel. There we go. I overcomplicated that.
Arthur Tucker painted the racial slur on Yale's locker.
What the hell? Jake, give me one good reason not to smash in your face. What the hell are you doing in my locker?
I'm a detective. That's what I do.
Yeah, and my friend too. But that's what I thought.
Get off me.
Sometimes, John, I could just punch you.
Paint can. Got mad. Oh, I see. Okay. Footprints. Paint stain. No, no, paint stain can. Jake got mad. Jake got mad. Paint can. Jake got mad. Shamrock.
have
complicated.
that pen, Jake? What mess are you in? Okay, Jake.
I told you.
Desmond O'Leary.
Huh?
I know you work for him.
Now you're just making stuff up. Why would you say that?
I saw the shamrock in your locker. I know what it means.
Okay, let's say you're right. So what? What are you gonna do, huh?
We're pals. I won't do a thing. But please, tell me the truth.
Okay, I guess I should have said something. Business isn't going that well lately. Natalia was my last well-paying job, and it's been a while. Then O'Leary shows up and offers me a bodyguard contract. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I understand.
Seriously, you don't seem like the type to accept shady offers.
I've done things like that, and worse, but I'm not proud of them. This very morning, for example.
Hey, O'Leary might run an illegal gambling operation, but it's not like he's killing people or conning widows. And I'm just a bodyguard. I make sure no one gets hurt. What I do, including my contract and paycheck, is 100% legal. How bad can that be?
Yeah, you're right. The fact that his business is illegal doesn't turn you into a criminal. We're only accountable for our own actions. But that's not what bothers me. I know you're covering up O'Leary's role in Joe Dunn's death.
Huh? O'Leary? No way. I mean, I don't think so.
Jake, please.
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it now. I was here the day Dunn died.
Go on.
I had to take care of some business for O'Leary. He makes me wear the shamrock when I work for him. As you know, I left the damn thing in my locker.
Say no more. You came in the back door.
How did you... Yeah, that's it. Joe had mentioned he'd been painting that afternoon, but I forgot. I stopped in my tracks when I saw him screaming bloody murder at Bobby Yale at the top of the scaffold.
What exactly was he saying?
Something like, if you do that, I'll call off the fight and make sure you never set foot in this gym again. I didn't want them to see me, so I left.
Jake, why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd be pissed off.
Well, you were wrong.
I'm sorry, John. I should have said something.
You should have. Let's just say you owe me one, all right?
You sure drive a hard bargain, John. All right.
Time to go. I need to think about everything you just told me.
All right, more introductions.
Damn. I'd forgotten that Jake used to work for Natalia. This proves I was right. It's too soon to move on.
That's been his last case. So. All right. Doesn't completely add up.
What exactly was he saying?
Something like, if you do that, I'll call off the fight and make sure you never set foot in this gym again.
Not all folks are as open-minded as Dunn. I happen to know who painted the lockers. Arthur Tucker.
I knew it. I knew it was him, that bastard. I'm gonna whip the white out of him.
Do you remember anything else about Joe Dunn and Bobby Yale's argument?
No, not really, no. Only Joe yelling. If you do, I'll call off the fight and kick you out of the gym.
All right. Let's go talk to your daughter. Yeah.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Well, that was useless. Oh, really? How far did you get? Did you get past this? And by the way, welcome, Retro. Near the end, I just can't figure out. Oh, wait. I know, card. Yeah, I've already done that. Check the lockers. Yep. Probably farther than you made it, I'm guessing. Went to the diner. Yep. Found out that the waitress was engaged to the guy that died.
What exactly was he saying?
Something like, if you do that, I'll call off the fight and make sure you never set foot in this gym again.
Any call the. Yeah, I think I might have to make the phone call again. It's the only thing I got right now. Voice acting in this game is very jarring. Like sometimes it's good and sometimes it's just the timing is terrible.
Smirnoff.
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case. Dunn and the gym's cleaning lady were about to get married.
Great. Call What's News. They'll know what to do with such an incredibly interesting piece of information.
The combination on Dunn's safe was her birthday. He even gave her a ring. You know, your typical suicidal bliss.
Okay, I'm still not convinced, but I might have something for you.
There we go. Progress.
Life is often off key, like a bad song. The notes come together but feel flat, unable to create anything resembling music. And yet, there are ways to string them together to create harmony.
The photographer?
Ways that are not
Yeah,
always entirely
on the
in our
roof.
hands.
The weasel?
You look tired, John.
I'm a cat.
I can't help it. It's just the way we cats are.
Well, I can't help but be glad to see you. Yep, I'm beat. I'm starving. Just got back from the annual police medical. Not only did I have to fast, but I also had to chug 2 enormous glasses of water. John, you alright?
I've had better days, and I'll have them again, I hope.
We both deserve to. The thing is, I'd love to help you out with this case, but I can't. You know I work for the state of New York. If I had any information, I couldn't share it with a private eye. Even if it was lying on top of this table.
You said you were starving. Why don't you go to the counter and order something?
Yeah, sure, good idea. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, what did you want me to do? This is very confusing. Should I open this medical examiner file? Postmortem. Okay, case number. Deceased, Joseph Richard Dunn. Male, widower. Lynx, dark brown. Age 47, 163 pounds, 5'5". Violent violent asphyxia caused by rope around the neck. The neck presented 4 ring-shaped marks around the entire circumference caused by said rope. Swollen and slightly scraped knuckles on the subject's right hand probably caused recent trauma.
Interesting.
So this is as far you made, okay. No internal autopsy was performed since external evidence seems sufficiently conclusive. I got it. Time of death, 7 p.m. approximately.
Now that I think of it, I better eat at home. It's healthier.
Thanks.
Truth is, John, it all seemed clear to me before, but now? Please, promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
Sure, you can trust me. I give you my word.
All right. In any case, keep me posted, will you?
Friend, you can count on it.
Take care, John.
As always, Smirnov had given me new, potentially relevant information. Not to mention second thoughts. When an old dog like him gets that serious, one must be prepared to bite.
Three new deductions. His knuckles were swollen, so that's probably related to the paint can that was in the trash.
All right. Dunn punched a paint can, but why? Wasn't he calm and composed?
What else do we got? Go with that. Paint stain on the floor, right? Got it.
Dunn must have punched the can while he was arguing with Yale. I guess that explains why he threatened to call the fight off.
But why would that cause him to call the fight off? Four different neck marks. Mary has a bolt. You want to call the fight off? Footprints. Let's try Mary's bolt. Yeah. I love this photograph. What did I call the fight off? Got a suicide. What call the fight off? No. Footprints. They belong to. Want to call the fight off? No. Different marks. Chest expander. Call off the fight. Oh, chest expander, neck marks. Got it. And then you wanted to call the fight off. No. Get in there. Chest expander. Neck marks. Something about his suicide. Got it. What? Oh, the footprints belong then to. Oh, this is driving me nuts. It's got to be these, right? Chest expander was used to strangle him. Weight. Oh, his height. He wouldn't have been able to hang himself.
I'm much taller than Dunn, and I can barely reach the noose. There's no way Dunn hanged himself.
Hung?
Not on his
hang?
own,
A word?
at least.
Alright, so now I think I can make a deduction. That was the spider. Chest expander. Neck marks. Wasn't tall enough to hang himself.
Bobby Yale. I don't know if you had a motive to kill Dunn, but you certainly had the murder weapon.
Alright, what's the last deduction here? He was strangled with the chest expander.
Did Yale kill Dunn just because he wanted to call off the fight?
I don't think that's the case.
I always knew Bobby had issues. But I never thought he'd go that far.
I couldn't say. In my line of work, you really shouldn't jump to conclusions.
But the chest expander, the box in his locker, the marks on my father's neck. It all leads to him.
Finally showing emotion.
In any case, that doesn't change a thing.
It does, actually. Now we know he didn't kill himself.
My father's still dead, and you still haven't found Bobby Yale. Nothing has changed. Opening the safe and finding my father's will won't help us achieve anything. So please hurry. Time's wasting.
Sonia's indifference never ceased to amaze me. But most importantly, why was she so opposed to Yale?
John Blacksad? I think I owe you an apology.
I already opened the safe. There was a gun in it.
Do I know you? I don't seem to remember your face.
Well, maybe you remember my boys. I'm so sorry they wrinkled your suit. The thing is, they didn't know we shared a common goal. Bobby Yale. I want to find him and get to the bottom of this as much as you do, Mr. Blacksad. So please, kindly accept my invitation. Why not share our findings? Come on.
No, fuck off.
I'm afraid I have to say no. I can't ride in a fancy car with a wrinkled suit.
Oh, I don't see why not. In any case, if those little wrinkles make you uncomfortable... Ha ha ha! I always play it nice and safe.
They're not gonna shoot me. Like, what would they have gotten by shooting me? Nothing. Oh, goats driving too?
Thank you, Blacksad. You won't regret this.
Fuck
So
goats.
let's cut to the chase. I need Bobby Yale to fight Stone. There's just too much money at stake. So, I'm offering you my help to find Yale. Let's work together.
I always work solo.
I always work alone.
You know, if everyone worked solo, many people would suffer. Look at me. I could go it alone, but I don't. Please, hear me out. Let's say I bet a beer that we find Yale in 3 days, and you bet a beer that we don't. In 3 days, one of us has to buy the other a beer. Is that so bad? We're simply two grown men using our money and free will to conduct a small private exchange. And most importantly, we're not hurting anyone. So, yeah, I run a gambling business. What's so bad about that?
Can't really say.
I can't really say.
Well, I can. Nothing. But I'll tell you what is wrong. The way our government is ruining America. We live in a so-called free country. A place where honest people can make a living, provided they don't hurt anybody. We're not communists. Well, at least I'm not.
I would have never thought otherwise. As for me,
it's none of your business.
with all due respect, it's none of your business.
Ooh, all right. Never mind then. In any case, that's not my point. The government betrays our nation's values by passing communist laws that forbid an honest man like me to make a living without hurting a soul. And that, Mr. Blacksad, is just wrong. I'd even say it's unconstitutional. Do you get my point now?
Doesn't justify what you do.
Okay, but that doesn't justify what you do for a living.
Oh boy. Did you hear anything I just said? Anyway, when the government passes these laws, there's only one legitimate weapon the people can wield. The same weapon that turned America into a great nation. Civil disobedience. So, as the proud American that I am, it's my duty to disobey.
You're bending the truth.
You're bending the truth to justify organized crime.
Oh no. It might have been organized crime, but not anymore. I wasn't always a boss, you know. No, sir. I started at the bottom, when Lucky Blitzen ran the show. That good for nothing. His was a reign of terror, extortion, violence, you know, that sort of unpleasant thing. When I took over, I decided I'd make people want to do my bidding. Not out of fear, but out of gratitude. I decided to help people so they would help me.
That beating your thugs gave me was really helpful. Thank you so much.
Those poor bastards didn't even know you were a detective, that you were on our side.
Maybe at first. But when they tied me up and beat the socks off me, they knew very well who I was.
Seriously? That goes against my rules. Who was it?
Yeah, the two of them.
Bastards. But don't you worry. I'll have a talk with those two. I cannot tolerate this behavior. Please accept my apologies, Mr. Blacksad. You see, a lot of people work for me. Many families depend on my business. Not only that, St. Christopher's Hospice practically lives on my donations. The widows of my late employees are set for life. Their kids get free schooling. The cops leave me alone because they know my business doesn't hurt anyone. On the contrary. And, it looks like we're here.
You gave me zero information. That was a waste of my time.
Yale's apartment?
I told you I'm on your side. Go ahead, search the place. I'll wait down here. When you're done, maybe you'll change your mind and share your findings with me. Or not. It's your call, Mr. Blacksad. I'll make sure you're suitably compensated. Colbert! Wilson!
All right, let's take a look. Any beers in the fridge?
I'm not sure how Yale's love of pickles will help me crack the case, but it's good to know.
It is good to know. You never know. You need a pickle. If we're in a pickle.
A woman's fragrance.
We'll know that.
Almost angelical.
Oh, that's interesting. Why is her scarf here?
The worst thing about O'Leary's boys dropping by isn't the beating, but the fact that I can't tell what's theirs and what's Yale's. Can't say this is the ideal drink for an athlete. Then again, it could be your classic bookie thug lunch.
Goddamn thugs. Messing up the crime scene.
Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Interesting, Mary. La Fontaine today.
17th century French fables. Mayor must be one boring old lady. Why would you want such a big closet for so few clothes? Unless someone emptied it recently.
Venerius, the poet boxer. Poetry reading April 23rd.
Nice chain. Seems like Bobby inherited something more than boxing skills from his father, besides the tendency to vanish into thin air, of course.
So,
you like your mob stories, don't you, Bobby?
Poems.
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet? Didn't he disappear 20 years ago?
Interesting. Check out the room. I don't get the joke. Is it a joke about a famous boxer? Avenarius. I don't think I'm read enough. No sheep. Oh, was that the poem? What? I don't get it.
Copy 1 of 3. Do you know any of his relatives?
His father, Avenarius.
Avenarius? The boxer poet?
You're gonna
Didn't
have
he
to explain it to
disappear
me sometime.
20 years ago?
Avenarius. It went, whatever it was, it went right over my head.
Judging by the general state of the apartment, they were leading a quiet life.
They. Why is there they involved here? Is there nothing else in here? Alright, let's make our deduction. did we learn? Oh, Mary has a cold. There's a scarf at Yale's place. Mary went to the park with Yale.
That means she's been here recently, but why? What does Sweet Mary have to do with Yale, the murder suspect?
Anything else in here? Oh my god, that was like 20 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Let's leave. I think I
When
got
I
everything.
left, I told O'Leary I hadn't found a thing. The minute I was alone, I left for Mary's. But before all that, I took a small parting gift for her.
Maybe it was her kid. I bet that's what it was. Wait.
I've never trusted angels.
Mr. Blacksad? What a...
Surprise? When they fall, they turn into demons.
Joey told me he was going to spend the afternoon painting the gym and that Bobby would be fixing something up on the roof. So, after I found the body and called the police, I went to Bobby's place, but he wasn't there.
How did you open the door to his apartment?
I think it was already open. Everything is so confusing. I'm sorry, Mr. Blacksad.
You're lying to me.
I'm here to figure it all out. What's your relationship with Bobby Yale?
He was like a son to Joey, and we were about to get married, so, you know.
Okay, I think it's time to set things straight. I knew you were cheating on Dunn with Yale. Or was it the other way around?
No. How can you even think of something like that?
How can you convince me otherwise? I found a picture at Yale's apartment. It's you and him on a roller coaster.
Yale's her son. It's gotta be.
Care to explain, Miss Purnell?
I'm not white, Mr. Blacksad.
What?
7 of my great-grandparents were white. The 8th was black. According to law, I'm a black citizen, even if my skin says the contrary. Do you know what that means when you're born in North Arlington, Alabama?
Segregated housing?
Segregated housing, with far worse homes for colored people.
We even have different water fountains, for God's sake. The separate but equal doctrine and all that.
That damn nonsense.
And all the lies. That's why I moved here. No one knows what color my great-grandparents were.
I completely understand you, Mary.
Just think if you were also a woman. He's my nephew, Mr. Blacksad.
Ah, nephew.
Joe and I first started taking care of poor Bobby when my sister died. That was when he was almost 15.
Go for it.
The
I
3
love
of
bad
us went
jokes.
on that trip to Luna Park.
So this is where Joe Dunn comes in.
Bobby was the only one who knew about me and Joey. We were afraid that someone would use my past to ruin his career.
It's not the first time I hear that story. You should have told me this sooner.
I've been hiding it all my life. I'm sorry.
Cat senses. Two guys walking to a bar. The other one duck. Well, so there's three guys.
Mary smells like... Actually, the whole room smells like a pie fresh out of the oven, so I can't identify any other fragrances.
Television. Fancy.
TV and radio all in one. Where will these mad times lead us? Fresh out of the oven. The whole room smells like pie.
Femininity starts at home. Seems like a really dumb book.
That cherry pie smells so good. I'm starting to get hungry.
Thanks. I pulled it out of the oven right before you arrived. Oh, where are my manners? I'm the worst hostess in the world. Let me go get a knife from the kitchen. And you must be thirsty. Let me see. OJ, coffee?
I'll take some coffee, thanks. She's wearing the same clothes in both pictures, so she's probably telling the truth. Sorry, I was going to help you with that.
You poison it. Oh. She put something in it.
About Sonia Dunn and the ring. I managed to hide the truth from her.
I appreciate it, but at the same time...
What?
No, nothing. Maybe she has a right to know.
I couldn't help but notice a queen-size bed in the room.
You what?
Sorry. I had to make sure Bobby Yale wasn't hiding in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Joey bought this place. It was going to be our home after the wedding. I left my apartment and moved in so I could save some money.
If he had left his own apartment and moved in, you could have saved twice the money.
I'm no hooker, Mr. Blacksad.
How do you get a country woman's attention? A tractor. Aha, that's good.
Are you sure you don't know where your nephew is?
I've looked everywhere. He's nowhere to be found.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
Thank you.
You should open a bakery and sell these pies.
Thanks. Joey used to say the same thing.
Your secret is safe with me.
I'd like to believe you.
Okay, now I can smell her. Sniff you. Sniff you all over.
Now that there's almost no pie left, the scent has also disappeared. Interesting. Now Mary smells like a huge dog. Mary, when are you going to stop lying? I know your nephew is here. I can smell him.
What? No. I already told you I don't know where he is.
Look, I understand why you're protecting him, but it's in his best interest to end this hide and seek.
You can search the whole house if you want. Go ahead. He's not here.
If he's not here right now, he must have left shortly before I got here. Where did he go?
Shortly before you got here? I wish.
Wait a minute. She's not the one who smells like that. That's where Bobby Yale's scent is coming from. So, that's why you were sitting there.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Could you step aside so I can check, please?
Please go.
Mary, for Christ's sake, put that knife down, would you?
Livora.
Mary, I came here to help.
I mean it.
I don't want to hurt you.
Leave her alone!
Bobby!
Oh, shit. Hey, he's gonna hurt his hand. Then he can't box. Oh, I gotta watch. Oh, I gotta watch where her hand is. Okay. What the hell? I moved the right way. Let's retry that. Oh. What happened?
Bobby!
Call an ambulance. Do as I say. Go on, call an ambulance. Do it now. In the face of a heart attack, there's two things you can't forget. 1, stay calm. 2, 1 chest compression per second. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi.
Bobby. Oh, Bobby. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby. Thank you.
I had lots of reasons to consider this a great day. I had investigated a suicide case. I had discovered that, in truth, we were dealing with a murder. I had found and captured the prime suspect. and I had saved a life.
That joke's terrible. My wife asked me to pick up 6 cans of Sprite. When I got home, I
And
noticed I
yet,
picked 7
everything
up.
in me screamed
Wow.
that something was going wrong.
I need to add a dad joke to manage the channel.
Terribly wrong.
Promise me you won't take the law into your own hands. I'd like to think we're not just vigilantes.
I want a gun!
What the hell?
Bang, bang, bang!
A fair amount of violence, extortion, and casualties.
I hate detectives.
Bang, bang, bang!
You're dead meat, cat.
That you, Smirnoff?
You seem agitated. Nightmare?
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
Yeah, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, why don't you go home? In his current condition, Yale's not going anywhere. Besides, we'll take it from here.
Who is that? Can we trust him?
I know how to pick my men, John. You? I'm not so sure. You promised me you wouldn't intervene.
If I hadn't intervened, Bobby Yale could be dead.
If you had warned me, maybe we could have avoided a heart attack. Anyway, what's done is done. When exactly did you realize that he killed Dunn? Out of sheer curiosity. I'm a cop after all.
To be honest, I'm not so sure Yale killed anyone.
How about the motive? Any ideas?
I've got several theories, but that's about it.
In any case, hopefully Yale will tell us more.
Would you let me ask him some questions when he wakes up?
I know you will, with or without my permission, so I'd rather not feel betrayed. In exchange, drop by the station when you can. Your investigation could really help my men. Who, by the way, must be waiting for me to interrogate Mary Purnell. Boy, she was hard to pry from Yale's side.
She's been through a lot in the past days. Be nice to her.
Of course. In spite of it all, we're not just vigilantes. And as for you, go get some rest. God knows you need it.
I can't promise anything.
Tell the nurses to look at that
All
face
the
of yours.
all the prompts are time based, so
You
I
look like
can't
a
really
film detective in his
read it
last
yet.
scene.
I'm afraid this film isn't over yet.
For your sake. I hope you're wrong. You're in charge now, officer.
Okay.
I'll send you relief in 6 hours. Understood?
Doctor,
Who are?
Oh, detective. Congratulations. You fared pretty well against that kid. Better than most would have. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Do I look like I fared well to you? We, as a society, simply don't trust reptiles. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is our extended belief that there's logic to that distrust, that it's natural and well-founded.
Okay. How do beautiful babies take mom's breath away? Beautiful babies take a mom's breath away. I have no idea.
How's Yale? Is he awake?
Oh, yeah. Go check on him before he falls asleep again. Although, try not to bother him with too many questions.
Will this have long-term effects on his health?
It's too soon to tell. He did have a heart attack after all.
Caught in their windpipe. Whatever. Read that one. They get
Go
caught.
away. I don't want to see you. The doctor told me to sleep.
I rarely get to interrogate a suspect with his guard down in a place as quiet as this. Getting the chance to study his body language with no distractions is a rare gift.
How do beautiful babies take a mom's breath away? They get caught in their windpipe. So, she's eating the babies? Is that the joke, that she's trying to eat the babies and chokes on them?
He's clenching his fist, a sign of contained anger.
Semen. Maybe I'm just tired. I'm not getting
He's
the
looking
jokes.
straight at me. If he couldn't hold my stare, I'd think he's lying. But that's not the case. His heart rate is increasing. It could mean that he's lying. But it could also just be pure, unadulterated rage. Clenched fist. Fast heart rate. Fixed stare. He feels some genuine rage towards me. I'm sorry you don't want to see me, but I'm afraid you'll just have to put up with me.
For now. Luckily, I just got my medication. I'll be snoozing soon.
All right, I'll just cut to the chase. Is he lying, or did his heart rate speed up out of rage? Is he holding back his rage?
No, this is yeah, you missed
He can't look me in the eye. I'd say he's lying. Who killed Joe Dunn?
What? Are you trying to confuse me? Joe hanged himself.
I know Dunn threatened to call off the fight. Why?
How do you know that?
I'm a detective.
That was his anger talking. He never really meant it.
That doesn't matter. Why was he so mad at you? What did you do?
Nothing. Joe thought that I wasn't training hard enough. That I was going to lose.
No, so this is the nephew of that woman. Woman, cat, dog, I can't remember what she is.
Dunn was too short to hang himself with that rope.
So, it's true? He was murdered.
All right. Let's just say that I believe you. The murderer killed Dunn with a chest expander and planted evidence to make us believe it was suicide. But he also left enough clues behind to make sure we found the true murder weapon. Then he put the chest expander box in your locker to frame you. Do you know anyone that twisted and who also happens to have a motive?
I don't know.
Desmond O'Leary, no, wouldn't be her. Sonia probably wouldn't be her. Probably not Frank. Jake, maybe Jake.
Maybe it was... What am I saying? Jake could never pull off something like that. Nothing. Never mind.
Oh, that's Jake. Desmond O'Leary. No, he wouldn't do it. Frank, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
What about Frank Cassidy? Do you think he has a motive?
Maybe. A few weeks ago, Joe took me to a boxing managers association meeting.
Headed by Cassidy.
Yeah. He was obsessed with making it illegal for boxers to fight without a manager, or without an associated manager. Everyone seemed to go along with it until Joe spoke up. He said that would lower us to mob status. That Cassidy had founded the association just to make money by monopolizing the sport. That made others think twice. And Cassidy ended up empty-handed.
Poor Cassidy. What about Sonia Dunn?
Sonia? I doubt it. She's odd, but she's his daughter.
I've seen worse, believe me. Desmond O'Leary certainly seems twisted enough. Did he have anything against Dunn?
I'm not sure if they knew each other. At least not in person. About a month ago, Joe kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym. He was trying to give a business card to...
Jacob's Giambi.
Yeah, exactly. Did Jake tell you about that?
Something like that.
Blacksad. I think I owe you an, You know, my father disappeared when I was 6, right after winning a fight. We never heard from him again. Do you know what that does to a kid? Who knows where I'd be if Joe Dunn hadn't been in my life. Even when I lost my way and put a gun to his head years later, he still took me under his wing and managed to steer me in the right direction. And now that he's gone, you're risking your life to find his murderer. Thanks.
I'm just doing... The number of cigarette butts is inversely proportional to my hours of sleep. Ah, damn. The hands say a lot about what's going on inside a person. Is that eye movement normal? He seems restless. Should I tell someone?
See? There's no fever whatsoever. He must be having a nightmare.
Are you sure?
Wouldn't you have nightmares too after what he went through yesterday? I know I sure wouldn't sleep.
I have nightmares myself, but those go way back.
Oh, the poor thing. Do you know what my nightmare is? It's that witch I have to work with. Oh. Good thing she's got trauma surgery at 12:30, but I wish it were a little sooner, you know? Anyway, thank you for letting me know, and for bringing him in. You don't know how excited I am to be involved in a criminal case.
It might not be important, but I need to take a look at his medical report.
He was on drugs, but that's why he had the heart attack. Ashtrays in hospitals. That's hilarious. That one thing.
You're awake, handsome?
Can I have a Morley's, please?
No, but I'll sell you a pack. Honey, get me a pack of Morleys for Mr. Handsome.
What's got you confused? Cigarettes and sold in a hospital. Classic. Shifts. Did you know?
Yale's medical report is right there. Mind if I take a look?
No, I don't think so, handsome.
What if you show me Yale's report and I buy you dinner?
You're handsome, all right, but I'm not stupid.
I won't be able to read Yale's medical report if she's around.
I'm gonna have to get rid of her. Huh. Oh, that is great. I love almost everything about this game. This is fantastic. Voice acting's still a little iffy, but I can live with that.
Jerry Highfill. Long time no see.
Blacksad, I didn't want to wake you. How's the boy?
Asleep.
I hope he recovers in time for the fight. I got tickets. Although between you and me, he doesn't stand a chance. It'll be a fun bout, nonetheless. Not like this. God, this is boring.
You want to smoke?
Don't smoke or drink. No vice for me. Smoking's dirty. Alcohol goes straight to your head. And women, they're all just mean. Well, everyone except mine.
Are you sure about that? Not even one little vice?
Nope. Between you and me, when someone gives in to vice, it's because something's missing. Something in their life just isn't right. I've got a good wife, a good job, a good house, a good TV, and a good hobby. Sports. Well, watching them, that is. What else do I need, eh? Blacksad, vice is for losers. Man, I'm bored.
You say you've got a good job, and yet you're bored.
Well, it's just a figure of speech, really. I like my job. Is it boring? Yes, but I can entertain myself with a good fight or a football game. Well, watching them, that is.
Are the odds against Yale that bad?
The boy's talented, don't get me wrong. But stone is stone, you know? I bet half my pay, but you know, no vice for me.
Well, I'm going back in.
All right. Nurse begun later for trauma surgery.
It seems like the Doe nurse will be assisting Dr. Talbot during his 12:30 surgery. In 4 hours. Could I get them to operate any sooner?
Trauma? Sherry speaking.
Get Dr. Gregor Talbot, please.
Yes, 1 minute. No, actually, Dr. Talbot won't be in until 12:30 according to my registry. Can I ask who's calling, please?
All weekly. Then we're in person. Hey, call bots.
Sherry, this is Dr. Talbot. We have to reschedule the 12:30 procedure. I want everyone in the operating room in 5 minutes. If anyone gives you any grief, tell them it's a matter of life or death. Understood?
That was terrible. Terrible.
A matter of life and death. A matter of life and death. You gotta be kidding me. These people.
All right now. How do I put this? I need something that you...
Oh. Only if you guess why I'm giving it to you.
I think you just want to spite your fellow nurse.
Well, aren't you smart? But be quick about it. You hear me, huh? If that witch comes back.
Blackout following cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Pertussis.
What? What does it say here?
Ah, you know doctors. The top handwriting is mine. Let's see. Extrasystole and dehydration caused by panic attack.
Extra what?
You know, arrhythmia, like skipped heartbeats.
What about this here?
It's a good thing I know that Mr. Yale is in Dr. Ferguson's hands. Otherwise, I'd be worried.
Hey, no means no, miss.
You really don't know who I am, do you?
Miss, I've got orders. And the fact is, those orders say that...
There you are, Miss Dunn.
Huh?
Tell him, Blacksad. I can't get through that thick skull of his.
You see, Highfill.
I want to use she's my wife.
This is my wife, Jerry.
I'll be damned. You didn't even say you were married.
Well, future wife.
Between you and me, I knew you'd settle down eventually. Just you wait. You'll even quit smoking with this one. All right, let her in. But don't do anything naughty.
So now we're married.
Would you like that?
Don't play with me, Mr. Blacksad. Anyway, you did your job. I'll send you a check the day after the fight. You can leave now.
Huh, no. She's gonna do something stupid. Sonia, don't.
He killed my father. You said so yourself.
No, I told you I wasn't sure.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment. How could he not be guilty?
Your father wouldn't want you to do this. He was a just man, and this is not justice.
Shut up. None of that matters. How could he not be guilty?
Since nothing else is working, it's time to bluff it. You know I emptied that gun when I found it in the safe. No.
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 Why did you say that?
I made the wrong decision there.
Sonia, don't.
He killed my father. You said so yourself.
No, I told you I wasn't sure.
He almost killed you in that floozy's apartment. How could he not be guilty?
Your father wouldn't want you to do this. He was a just man, and this is not justice.
Shut up. None of that matters. How could he not be guilty?
Your father sacrificed everything to pay your way through college. If you do this, you'll destroy the future your father wanted you to have. Shh. It's okay.
Don't get too close. Just get hurt again.
Uncle Tim!
Sweetie, I came back from Los Angeles as soon as I could.
I told you not to rush back.
Come on now, honey. Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
No, this is John Blacksad, the detective who found Bobby.
Oh, so this is strictly professional. I thought you had some good news for your uncle.
No, Uncle Tim, don't be silly.
Don't be silly. Look at you. Smart, educated, as dazzling as the brightest of stars. Every single man in this city should be at your feet. Come on, we'd better let him rest.
Can you grab the gun?
I see. Let's say you're right and Bobby Yale is innocent. Who should we focus on now?
We?
Well, your father turned down my money, but he made me promise one thing, that I'd take care of you if anything happened to him.
But I can...
I know you're perfectly capable of managing that gym on your own, but we don't even know if he'll be ready to fight Stone. Besides, someone seems really invested in stopping that fight, and someone has to pay Mr. Blacksad to get to the bottom of all this. Please, talk some sense into her.
It's your life. As much as you love your uncle, it's up to you to decide whether you want his help or not.
Blacksad, I was just starting to like you.
All right. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much.
All right, stop crying or you'll ruin your makeup, honey. Now fix yourself up and I'll buy you some breakfast.
Wait, my purse.
I'll get it. It must be...
Blacksad, wait a minute. I think she needs some time alone, just like you and me. Listen, boy, do whatever it takes to find Joe's murder. Whatever it takes. If things get messy, don't worry. I'll clean them up. Deal?
I'm not a vigilante.
Well, suit yourself. Just get that ball to the end zone.
No. Are you telling stories about the great Iron Arm again?
Wait a minute. Of course. The Milestones quarterback. Tim Iron Arm Thorpe.
It's a good thing folks usually recognize me sooner. Blacksad, you coming to breakfast?
I'd love to, but I have to go ask for a favor.
Who can't be trusted? Deduction.
Jake wasn't at home or at his usual bar. But on the third try, I found him.
All right, I'm gonna save it here. Oh, that's cool. I like the save mechanic. All right. I gotta get up early tomorrow, so we'll leave it there. But the game's getting pretty interesting. It's really growing on me. All right, till next time.